And hi. Welcome to Castle Chat.
Hey, everyone.
Tonight, our special guest is Jasem from AwesomeJasem. There's a has put links in the chat to his channel. And we're going to let him say a little bit about his channel, and then we'll go into Disney news. But for today, we have tons of questions for him, and he gets to tell you about himself. Ready?
Awesome.
He's been doing YouTube since I believe January of 2020. So right when everything happened. All right.
It was kind of like the perfect time, really.
Yeah. Ironically.
Yeah. Well, hi everyone. My name is Jasem, aka AwesomeJasem. So I am a Disney influencer, so to say. I'm self-proclaimed. I'm just a Disney dork, really. That's what it is. But I do fashion, I do beauty, I do shopping, I do park trips, like vlogs, like whatever it is, as long as it encompasses Disney, I'm all about it. And recently I've been doing a lot of like food stuff because I love Disney and I love the snacks. But my channel, I post as frequent as I would like. So basically I don't have any sort of set schedule. It's just whenever I feel inspired, I'll post something. Maybe I will get better at that this year. So one step at a time. The first thing was actually committing to doing YouTube and posting videos. Now it's going to transition into maybe something a little bit more regular. But I'm so excited that you guys asked me to be here today. I'm really excited to chat, spill the tea, so to say, and just talk all things Disney. I love all of you guys, so thank you so much.
We're spilling your tea.
Thank you. And we love you, Jasem. And we love you.
And since you mentioned that, like, you're all things Disney, question, since you live down there, and I know I didn't send you this question, do you ever go to Universal? I never see you post anything about Universal.
I do, yeah. So actually, it's a really good question. So I recently became an annual pass holder this last June for Universal. So on my birthday, unfortunately, Disney wasn't open yet. So my friend was like, well, you always do Disney on your birthday. I'm like, I know, it's fine. We'll just figure something else to do. Maybe I'll have like a dinner with some intimate friends. And being the amazing person she is, she decided to surprise me with a ticket to Universal. And so we had another type of magical birthday for me. And it was really fun. I got to experience so much in terms of Universal that I really hadn't remembered from when I was a lot younger. So that was really cool. And then at the end of the trip that evening, I walked to guest services and I asked them if I could upgrade that ticket to a pass. And they were like, absolutely. So lo and behold, now I am a double park pass holder. So.
And Universal annual passes, I'm an annual pass holder for Universal too. It's so much cheaper. It's like 300 and something, which is 2 days in the park with park passes. And you get your 10% discount on food and merchandise, and you get free parking. So if you're going to be at Universal for more than 2 days at any Disney trip, just go ahead and spring for the annual pass.
Yeah, I used to be one of those Disney people like, I'm good with just Disney. And then I had a taste of Universal, and now I'm like, yeah, I can't let go of it. So once it comes time to renew in June, I'm going to definitely renew it. It's a completely different atmosphere. And it's crazy to know that, like, of course, living in Orlando, I'm fortunate enough to have like Disney and Universal there. And Disney's great for like leisure and nostalgia and sorts of amazing things that we associate to Disney and magic. But Universal is a different kind of magic. It's so, I don't know, it's more thrilling for me. And I think that's the excitement about it, the juxtaposition between both.
It's so adult.
Yeah, for sure.
And the roller coasters, like, it's really, if you have small children, they're not going to really have much to do there. But the roller coasters are just so extreme. And I did not realize what I was missing until I rode Rip Ride Rocket. And that is officially my favorite ride. I'm like, this is mine right here. I'm going to welcome chat in real quick, and then we'll go to Disney news. So let me scroll up, see who all's in here. Hi, Lena. Hi, Allie. Got to actually say hi to my co-host over here. Rawan's in the chat. Hi, Rawan. Kathleen. Hi. Let's see. Yeah, Pixie and Magic, hello. And Katrina, hi. All right. Lena, you got some news for us?
I do. I will screen share here real quick. My computer's being slow today. There we go. So Disney has released their 50th anniversary license plate. If you live in Florida, you are able to purchase these, and 100% of the proceeds benefit Make-A-Wish. So I think that's really awesome. So this is from Disney Parks blog, and it says that interested drivers can purchase a pre-sale voucher now for $25 plus applicable state administration fees exclusively through their local county tax collector's office, license plate agencies across the state of Florida, or online. It says, so you can find out more information about it at the links, and this is all on Disney Parks blog. So I just think it's really cool that it's one of the things that they're doing for the 50th, and it benefits such a wonderful organization.
I like it. I kind of want it.
It's really cool. I will say I had like 10 people message me that day, and they were like, so are you going to be getting this? I'm like, no. Yes.
I mean, I want it, but I have a car that is like purchased, paid for, and it sits in the driveway most of the time. I lease a car because my husband works for a car company, and I lease the car, and there's no point in putting a license plate in a leased car, and there's no point in putting a license plate on a car that I don't ever drive. So I'm kind of like, well, whatever. Welcome in, Christina. I think there was MJ Lover and Jeffrey. Welcome in. So we have questions for you. I was nice and sent my questions to you, so you know and you're prepared. Some of the other ladies will have questions too, and Sami's coming in a little bit later. They have a couple of questions. All three of them have like at least one question, and I didn't send you that. So I'm going to start off with my first question is, what type of hair product do you use? And so why I ask this question is because I feel like hair is like always thick. I'm like, this is so perfect.
Sorry, you cut in and out.
Okay,
I was like, wait, what?
I was like, why is everybody quiet?
Usually that's my computer that does that, so I thought I just saw her freeze, and that was it.
She just looked so excited. I didn't want to interrupt.
So your hair always looks so perfect, which is why I was wondering what kind of hair product you use, like your hair regimen or whatever.
Thank you. It's a mess, but no. More recently, I've just been into styling it with minimal products. So actually, not a lot of product. What I'll use is a wax pomade from the brand Axe, and I've been using this for quite some time just because it gives it a nice shine to it. It doesn't have the best hold though, so then I'll usually go in with a little bit of the got-to-be glued gel. Very, very minimal though, just so that way it can have some sort of tackiness to hold the hair together, and then I'll just kind of hit it with a blast of hairspray and hold a blow dryer to it so it can kind of stay up. But I change my hair every so often. Obviously, I did the big chop this year. I went from my little bang to the updo. And sometimes I'll wear my hair curly, which is just like an activating coconut curling cream and some gel, but I don't know. It depends on what I'm feeling. One day I want to go platinum.
Do it. I need to do mine again. It's been over a year since I've colored it, and I'm just like, my gray.
It looks good.
Well, thank you, but yes, I got it in January 2020. So it's been a long time. Welcome in the Disney Ginger, and I think that's all that's come in since our first question. Does anyone else want to ask a question? So I'm like taking up all questions. You're on mute. Oh, she knows she's on mute.
I saw Lena talking, and I was like, we can't hear her, but I think she's talking.
I think she's talking to Sam.
Sorry, we're having some truck issues.
Oh,
no.
no.
but nothing major. So yay.
Welcome in,
Did you-
Anna.
Did you want to ask? Did you have a question to ask?
Sure. So I saw your Mardi Gras makeup, and the first thing I thought was, oh, thank heavens, Christy didn't give me his name for the beauty swap. That was like my number one like nightmare inducing terror. Where did you get the inspiration for that?
Okay, first off, I'm glad I was the terror for most everyone in there. It just makes me laugh because I'm like, I promise, I love everything and everyone, and I'm sure anyone that has me for it, I'm gonna love what's inside. But the Mardi Gras was actually an inspiration because I follow a page called Days of Universal, and for the longest time, my friend Zach, who actually runs the account, would prompt me to like go to Universal, take some cool photos and post it, because then you can repost it and just get a little bit more known in that community. And so he was like, well, there's a lot of people who enjoy your makeup for Disney. You should try maybe translating that to a Universal kind of theme. And I was like, you know what, that's a good idea. So I went and I took some amazing photos at Mardi Gras, and a little shout out to myself. I was actually featured on the Universal page with my
That's
Mardi
cool.
Gras photos. So that was really, really cool. And then afterwards, I was like, let's kick it into overdrive. The colors were intriguing to me, and I wanted to challenge myself with like a more avant-garde makeup look. So I decided to just one day after work come home, put on some makeup, and the rest was history. So
It looked amazing, and it terrified me.
thank you. Sorry.
And congratulations on that being featured.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
definitely.
It's really cool. I mean, I know it sounds cliche, but like when people recognize you for the work that you put in to whatever you do, whatever your craft is, like it feels rewarding in a sense. Again, I don't do it for like the recognition, but I just do it because it's what I enjoy to do. But if it brings a smile or something to someone else's day, like it really makes my day better.
Welcome in, Nathan. And Rowan has a question for you.
I'm
Do
done.
you see it? I know. I sit here and I do a makeup live stream every Thursday night. And when I'm doing my makeup, I'm like, Jasem would know how to make this look the way I really want it to make, to really want it to look.
No, you do
I'm
amazing.
not loud, but I'm always like thinking it. And then this Thursday night, last night, I was like, I do not know what I'm doing. This looks terrible. I like really hated my makeup last night.
Just slide
And
into the DMs and be like, what do you do here? Or how do you do this? And I'll give you my pointers. I always say, like, you just got to practice because you know your face better than anyone else. Even as an
Yeah.
artist, when I go and do makeup on people, sometimes that's the most terrifying thing because most of the time it's the first time you're meeting that person. So you want to make a good impression. But again, it's perception. So how you like to see things.
My sister wants me to do her hair and makeup for her wedding. I'm like, remember I did your makeup for your graduation pictures and you didn't like it because I did too much makeup for your personality?
That's funny.
Because she's very minimalistic when it comes to makeup. She likes supernatural, and I mean I like natural too, but I always still do like a full face. And she's like, I just want a little eyeliner and mascara. I'm like, what? Where's your? Come on, use some eyeshadow. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so my next question is, what Disney parks haven't you been to?
Haven't I been to? Okay. So I have done everything in the US, including the Disney Cruise Lines, and the only other parks I need to venture out to is Paris, both parks in China, and Japan. So Paris was on my to-do list last year, but unfortunately, we know what happened. Yeah, and I mean, as soon as everything kind of lightens up a little bit, and I feel more confident with travel, I definitely want to make that trip happen again.
I had thought you'd been to Paris because I saw in one of your videos you were wearing a Disneyland Paris shirt, but of course you've gotten that from
my brother and sister-in-law actually picked it up for me right before COVID. They were in Paris and they actually got engaged there, and so they celebrated by going to Disneyland Paris, and they picked me up a token.
Oh,
So your family's not Disney nerd as you got to go to Disneyland Paris before you.
I know. Well, actually, low-key, they are really like Disney nerds. I feel like most of my family is pretty much like a Disney family.
that's cool.
You all live there too, so that's, I mean, yeah.
True. Well, I come from California, so originally I'm from California, but I've lived in Florida most of my life. So, like, my older generation family, like, they're familiar with Disneyland more so than I. I have only visited when I went to visit, like, family members and stuff.
From being here in Tennessee, it's like, you like Disney? Why? Or you're going back? Why? So it's hard to get people to be like, oh, get all excited about Disney.
Right.
I used to get that when I lived in California. They would still ask me, "You're going to Disney again?" Yes.
Yes.
Aren't annual passes a little bit cheaper there than here?
In Disneyland? No, they're more expensive.
I would think they would be. There's only 2 parks there. There's 4 here.
But it's cost of living. Because when I went the last time, my brother and sister-in-law, my mom gifted them a park ticket just because we wanted to go to the park. And then they upgraded that into a pass. And when they told us the price, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You can go to Disney World several times for the price that it costs to go just for a couple days to Disneyland.
Yeah. Now I think they're kind of like almost balancing out because Disney World has been upping theirs significantly. Not sure why.
Yeah, it's like $130 a ticket now, where like 2 years ago it was $109.
Very much so, yeah.
And then the price of like a value resort, I booked and went in October, it was like $220. And just the year before, it was like $98.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. So my next question is, do you have a favorite Disney makeup palette? Because I know you have several Disney makeup palettes.
I do. I love Disney makeup. I think that was one of the biggest things that kind of drew me into starting my YouTube channel because I loved makeup and I love Disney and I love like kind of combining both of them. And a lot of people had asked for me to showcase like, how do I do makeup and, you know, different techniques. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it with things that I enjoy. So definitely ColourPop kills it when it comes to Disney makeup. Their packaging, their theming, like everything's just amazing when it comes to that. I would say probably one of my most favorite palettes is the Midnight Masquerade. That one's one of my favorites just because the color story, it's beautiful. They have shimmers, they have mattes, they have glitters, so you can create all kinds of looks. Let's see. And also the villains one. Like, I love villains, but the villains one is great. I love those like sensual, warm gemstone colors. Like, that's my jam. If I'm doing makeup, I'm going bold. Go big and go bold. What about you? Because I know you're a little makeup junkie. Do you have a favorite palette?
I don't have a favorite Disney palette.
What? Come on, girl. We need to get you on track.
I mean, I have several Disney palettes. I have both the ones you mentioned. I have the I have a Jack Skellington and Sally one from Revolution. I'll say they're my least favorite because they're not very pigmented. But they have beautiful colors. In order to really get that pigment to show, you actually have to spray your brush with like setting spray or water, whereas like the pop color ones, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But I'm really into mauves. So my favorite palette is like this small multi palette that has all these different mauves in it. And it's 9 colors. And I have like a million of these different palettes. I'm like, this little one's my favorite.
What about you, Allie and Lena?
I've never tried the ColourPop yet.
We need to get you on board. Come on.
I just wrote down Midnight Masquerade when you said that. I was like,
I love it. I love that you're taking notes.
Lena has it.
I just got it in a swap for Easter.
Oh my God. Yes. Have you dived into it?
I did. I used it for school pictures the other day, and then they decided that staff wasn't going to do their pictures.
Oh.
What do you think of the pigment? Because there's so many colors of makeup out there that look pretty when you look at them, but when you put them on, they don't look as dark or as pigmented. How do you think that
ColourPop is?
Yeah, I feel like ColourPop has really done an amazing job of showcasing quality makeup at affordable prices, and I think that's why it draws me into it. Like, I'm a big person and a big believer on thinking that I will pay $1 for something if it works amazing, and I will pay $50 for something if it works and it's amazing. So there's no like spectrum on pricing for me, but to find quality makeup at an affordable price, it's like a double win. You can get more for your money. So I love it. And I think
sorry, welcome in Zoe, and what was somebody else? Who was the other person? I don't know. I will say, if you're going to order ColourPop, don't order through the ColourPop website. Order through like Ulta or Sephora or something like that, because I came across a couple of issues with ColourPop. One of them, I ordered some palettes back in January. They never sent it to me. They said it shipped, and then there was no tracking or anything. And when I contacted them, they didn't respond for days. I emailed them 4 times. They never responded. So then I emailed, I emailed the post office and asked them, and they emailed me back and said they never sent it. So then I filed a complaint with PayPal. Then they responded and said I had to get with my post office. So then I sent them the proof that the post office never got it. And they were like, well, you need to take care of it with PayPal. So I went back to PayPal and said they refused to resend it to me or refund me. And I filed a dispute with PayPal, and PayPal penalized them, and PayPal refunded me the money. So they just got penalized, and I just got the money today, actually. And then I ordered from them 2 other times. The second time I ordered 3 things. 2 things were broken. I sent them a picture, said this is broken. Can you please replace it? They responded and was like, we can't replace it without a picture. I was like, I sent you a picture. Here it is again. And I sent it again, and they responded again. I'm sorry, but we can't refund you anything or ship you anything new unless you provide a picture. I was like, are you incompetent? I've sent you a picture twice now. Here it is a 3rd time.
Wow.
So don't order through their website. Order through an affiliate.
I actually didn't know
like
that you
such
could
a
get
struggle.
it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Honestly, thank God, like knock on wood, I've never dealt with that. I've had great experiences with ColourPop, and even when I had an issue, like I received, obviously I'm a makeup collector, I love Disney makeup. I received the Villains collection, and there was 2 lipsticks out of the 6 that came, and they were just not up to my standards. Like when I opened the tube, everything you could tell was brand new, but it was literally like a chunk missing on the side. And since I do reviews and I kind of hold it up so people can see it, I'm very particular. Like I want to make sure I showcase it before I use it. So that didn't fly with me. And I had messaged the customer service representative, and within a day or so they responded, sent me a FedEx like return label, and I shipped it. So I'm sorry you dealt with that, but I've never had that issue. But I didn't know that they did sell it through affiliates too. So I'll have to check that out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I didn't either. So wow.
Although they don't give you the discounts, you know how when ColourPop will do like the discounts for like $7 palettes. Also, doesn't do that even while ColourPop is doing it.
Yeah. Brittany has a really good question for Jasem in the comments there.
All right,
let me find it. Welcome in Kat and Birdwell and Happily Ever Yaddy and Randy. Oh, there she is.
So
what
are
your tips to keep your makeup looking beautiful in the Florida heat?
Common misconception, friends. I don't wear it outside. No, it really just comes down to learning your skin and how you can kind of manipulate it for longevity. I'm a big believer in setting sprays. I feel like that kind of finalizes everything, but most importantly, it blends everything better. Some people benefit from primers. I've never really had to deal with using primers personally, but on certain clients, I will definitely use primers. And I think it's just finding the right foundation. A lot of the times, people don't find the right consistency that actually like holds well on your skin. So if it's just sitting on top, it's going to move. Just with everything. But if you have like a good secured texture, it'll stay all day.
Welcome in, Kaylee and Josh. So for aged skin, and sadly, my skin is considered aged now since I'm in my later 30s. I find that using a good moisturizer, well, first a good face oil, then a good moisturizer, let it sit for about 20 minutes, then go put your primer on. And I do my eyes first because I don't want to just try to put makeup on right over my primer as soon as it's there. So I do my eyes first. And then when I go to do my foundation, I spray it with setting spray first. And then I put my foundation on. And then I'll do any kind of highlights or contouring. And then I spray it with my setting spray again. And then take a sponge and I pat it in. Yeah. And that's what I find works the best for me. I will say that I always touch my face, so it comes off right here, but it usually stays pretty flawless up here all day. And
which setting spray do you use?
I have two different ones. I have Fix It by MAC, and then I have Urban Decay's All-Nighter.
The All-Nighter. That's going to set that baby up for success all day.
The other thing that I do is aged skin, we have like lines under our eyes. You cannot get rid of lines under your eyes. It's part of your body, but you can keep them from looking more lined by not directly applying any kind of makeup right under there. I always apply it like right here, and then I take a damp sponge and pat it in. So if you have any problems with creasing, you're always going to have creases. That's just natural skin. But to avoid the deepened crease, don't put the makeup directly on that spot. Blend it in from other spots.
Yeah. I think people need to realize with makeup, it's enhancing you and your natural beauty. A lot of the times we get so fascinated with this thing right here that we don't realize everything you see on this is photoshopped and edited, and it's not realistic. And even for a makeup artist who has been doing it for many years, like, you can never achieve a look that you see on this. Like, there's going to be texture. It's skin. It's natural. As long as you feel confident in it and you're just kind of creating the image of your beauty here, then that's all that matters.
Yeah. I used to take my pictures into an app and soften my face, and then take it into Lightroom and soften it even more. And I was like, I'm looking a little fake. So I quit editing both. I just do Lightroom now and edit the Lightroom.
I'm an advocate. Like, I'm honest. I do it occasionally, but that's just natural because I have facial hair. I'm a man. And so sometimes when I shave, you see like just stubbled texture, and I don't like it in my photos. So I'll kind of soften it here, but I try never to do anything where it's like manipulating the makeup that I've done or like certain things. If it's just kind of smoothing, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. I'm confident on social media and outside of it. So it is what it is.
I had a comment the other day on one of my pictures. You shouldn't be fake. You shouldn't soften your skin. I was like, delete. You don't understand.
We don't need that negativity in our life.
Just delete that comment.
Delete it. That's funny.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What Disney YouTuber is on your must meet list?
Ooh, this is a great question. So,
and it's for everybody, but you go first.
It's hard because I'm such a social butterfly. I want to meet everyone. And I know that sounds silly or probably even cliche, but I'm just like, I love the interaction that I have with every single person in this community. I'll definitely say the person who's probably like high up there is my friend Erica over at Erica Dio Campo. Obviously, we did the Dapper Divas for the Boo Ball. And these girls are more than just like social media friends. They have become like honestly true close friends and family for me. So Syria, Rowan, Erica, like, they're amazing individuals. I talk to them on a daily basis, and we have like an inside joke, like at her bingo. Syria's already won because she's met all of us, and I've met Rowan and I've met Syria but I just need to meet Erica, and I think it's going to be fun because, of course, she's in California. So when I go visit California, I'll get to see her and experience Disney and all this kind of stuff.
That's true, Juan.
It's true. It's true.
That's the advantage of him being there.
No, everyone comes to see me, and Disney's just the plus.
There you go. There
I
you
remember
go.
I told you I was coming down there, and then when I got down there, because
I
my
know.
sister had never been, I was just so wrapped up in letting her do everything. And then we came back down. I didn't really tell a lot of people I was coming back down in December. I told people, but I didn't say exactly when. And it was because we were only going to be there 2 days anyway. And
yeah, it's so hard because like when anyone comes, I'm like, let me know as soon as you know, because I mean, for everyone else, it's easy. You guys are coming here and enjoying a beautiful vacation, but I live here. I have to work. It's
Right.
different. So I'm not always just popping into the parks as much as it looks like it. Most of the time, everything you see on my social media is like pre-recorded, pre-planned out, and then I just post it when I'm at work. So it's harder for me to just kind of like up and over to the parks if I don't have a full day off or like a specific time frame. But if anyone ever comes, slide into my DMs, let me know, because I will try my hardest to make it to the parks with a park day, or we could even do like just dinner and drinks.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
so, Alicia,
Yes, I have a
who
question.
would you? Well, you have to answer the
Oh.
question,
I was like, I have a question for Jasem ready.
and then you could ask your question after Alina answers her.
Gosh. God, I mean, I'm the same as Jasem as far as I would love to meet anybody and everybody that I'm friends with in the community. Absolutely. Because I think that I've built some really valuable friendships and I want to meet these people that I've talked to every week. So it would be everyone that I'm connected with.
Well, Disney Baker. What about you, Lena?
I probably have to say the same. And I understand where Jasem's coming from with, having to make scheduling in it. Because I think even when it comes to vacations and you're wanting to meet up with people, you still have to remember that you're there on vacation with your family and it's not, the ultimate YouTuber meetup. If it happens, great. If not, there's always another time, hopefully. But I think probably at the top, to be top of my list, would probably have to be the Tracker family.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because like it's almost like he's got this massive community. Jackson has this massive community of aunts and uncles that he doesn't even realize that he has. Because like we've watched, everything from Tim and Jen can't have a baby to all of a sudden Jen can have a baby, and we watched the pregnancy and we've watched him grow up, and he's running around and talking and he's choosing his own outfits at just a little over a year, and I'm like, man, I feel stupid compared to this kid some days, because he's like, well, he's got it together for 15-month-old, but I think that would probably be up there. Like I probably would have a heart attack. I had a spasm attack because I happened to be right when they went live one day, and Jen goes, "Hello, Hall Family Adventures," and I went, "Ah!" And they kind of wigged out. That was cool.
Welcome in, Timothy. Hi. Jackson is the cutest little kid. Oh my gosh, he's cute.
He is.
I think for me, I don't know. I mean, I would like to meet Allison, the girl. God, what's her channel name? Does anyone know? Like Miss
Playdates and
Miss Allie.
Pixie does some playdates or something.
I thought you meant Pixie does the parenting, but you're talking about Miss Allie.
Oh, I've met.
That's what I was thinking.
I thought you met her before, but yeah.
I have. Yeah, I've met Allison from Pixie does some parenting. I'm talking about Allison from Miss Allie Cakes. She's a teacher. She had a baby.
Oh yes, she's from New York or New Jersey. Yes.
Rhode Island.
Miss Allie Cakes.
Yeah, it's been like she was the first Disney YouTuber I watched that wasn't a stream that went into the person streamed. So I think that one's it. Okay, Alicia, you had a question.
I do, and sorry for springing this on you, Jasem, but I wanted to get your, honest, no pre-planned answer here.
I love that.
So if you could design a ride or attraction at Disney of your own liking, what would you create and design?
Ooh. Oh, so many ideas. Okay, I'm just gonna go. I'm very like sporadic. I will think of something new every single day. So that's just that being said. So I will say this, and this is an open forum. There's no space for controversy. I'm open to everything, everyone's opinion, and just having an inclusive environment. So when they announced the Princess and the Frog revamp for the Splash Mountain attraction, I was like, this is cool. This is great. Wonderful. But then when I had time to sit down and think of it, I was like, actually, it would be better if she had her own specific ride, like not a revamp on a ride just for whatever reason. But if they were going to retheme it, especially here in, well, hey, Sami! But especially here in Walt Disney World, I feel like if they were going to retheme that attraction, can my girl Polka get some love? Can it be a just around the river bend ride? Because literally that wall,
yes,
it would have been perfection. It's in Frontierland. It fits the theme, in my opinion. So that would be my little revamp of a ride. But even if she got her own ride, I'd be completely down with that. They had a show at Animal Kingdom before, and that was really cool. And I love the segment of Pocahontas and the Fantasmic here versus Disneyland, which I think they do. What is it, Peter Pan or the Pirates or something? So I love all of those facets, but I just feel like every princess, because it's such a franchise, should have their own mark in every park, or at least one park, you know?
I agree with you, because I think my girl Cinderella's got to be up there too. So
for sure, like they could do something fun.
Great answer. Great answer.
We were staying there at the same time, weren't we, Timothy? And of course, Brittany and Rowan are talking about Mando.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Mary and Tony, or Mary or Tony, and welcome in, Sami.
Ooh, I have one other thing, just because I told you I'm indecisive. So now that I thought of that, I also need a Wally ride.
Yeah.
Okay. In Epcot. Especially.
In Epcot, okay.
To teach conservation and recycling. Exactly.
I think it would be cute if it was like the ride was a fire extinguisher and you were like in space.
Oh, that would be cute.
Yes, you do, Pat. I'm so excited. And Jasem, hopefully, is going to show up at the parks in November so I can meet him. And
oh, yeah. I'm like, wait, what? When are you here?
I need to bribe you to do my makeup. And you're like beautiful.
I'm like, I feel like everyone has already asked me that. I'm like, dang, am I even going to be able to go to the park?
No. Getting their makeup done.
Ding.
Sami, do you want to ask your questions? One of your questions?
I only had one, but yes. Also,
Okay.
Josh, I would just like to let you know that I love you so much that my day was poop today, but I was like, I'm still going to be on this live because I have to be on it with Jasem. So
I love you too. I'm sorry you had a poopy day, but at least we'll be glitter poopy right now. This is a magical space.
Glittered poop. Yum. Well, not that you
Ew. Sami, why does it always come down to fecal matter with you?
Or food. Or food.
Because, you know, those are two things I do every day. I've been doing it since birth, okay? Pooping and eating.
And let's talk about coconut. And then she's like, bleh.
You can check it out on my Instagram.
My question for Jasem is, what got you into makeup?
Oh, so there's always two answers to this. The first one was when I was a little kid, I would just sit in my mom's restroom area and sit on top of her vanity and just like watch her as she was doing her makeup. So I feel like that was kind of the first initial spark of makeup for me. So like I liked watching the transition and the transformation from just like, you know, an everyday clean face to like a glammed face. Then the second most like active version was when I was doing theater. That's kind of when I had more of a hands-on experience with it. I was in musical theater. I did a lot of theatrical performances in high school and into college. And once I was in college, they actually assigned me to be in like some of the wardrobe and the hair and the wig committee for certain productions. And that was really when it kind of just sparked right off. And being able to help people and learn and practice techniques on even myself, like that was what was the most inspiring, to see the transition and the transformation. So those are the two things that I always say like really inspired me to start with.
I was in theater too, but I was too scared to ever audition. So I did wardrobe one time, and then I did set because I just liked being able to hammer things.
Oh my God. When I had to take a stage like production crafting class, oh my God, it was horrible. Like the kids knew who were the actors versus who were actual like tech kids. We were over there and we had to bring in our own tool bags. And I walk in with my baby blue tool bag and they're just like,
well, they always say that it's good to do all parts of theater because you really get to appreciate it more. And like, so my favorite theater year was, we did Peter Pan actually, and we were the first school to actually have flying things, but we got to build like the Lost Boy cave and the house and the boat. And that was just like so fun to do and like see come together. But we made all the actors help paint the map. So I can totally see you coming in with your little bag.
Okay, so what was your favorite musical that you did? Because I was a theater junkie too. I was in it from when I was in preschool up through my senior year of high school.
Me?
You.
Oh, okay. I'm like, who? Me? Oh, this is so hard. Like, I've had an appreciation for all the different shows that I've been in. And I find a lot of the ones that I had the most fun in were more like cabaret style shows, because it was one show with multiple different like segments in it. But I would say probably a full show that we did Into the Woods, and I was Jack. So that was really fun. Just a very well-developed character. It was my first time that I actually like fully applied in learning about the character, researching the character, like figuring out different isms that would spark, I don't know, just like more interpretation to the character versus just like learning the lines and singing. Also, I was in Aladdin too. That was really cool. Although it was very sad because I wasn't cast as Aladdin.
What were they thinking?
Exactly. Okay, well, I'll tell you what they were thinking because I heard it backstage. They were thinking about money, so they went with a guy that was well known in the Orlando area. And it was my first paid production, so I felt so excited. But yeah, they went with a guy that was going to generate more business for the show.
So who were you?
Huh?
Who were you in Aladdin?
So in Aladdin, I was Rasul, the highest captain guard. Yeah, I guess I didn't have a deep enough voice to be Jafar, so I'm fine with it. I had fun. It was great.
You could have been the genie.
I could have been the genie, but they actually hired a paid actor from California to fly over and be the genie, and he was phenomenal. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
We did The Wizard of Oz. You know, Kansas. It's a little, cliche, but we did Wizard of Oz, and you've got 6'4" guys as munchkins. And they couldn't figure out how to get us to be munchkins. So y'all remember those plastic scooters from elementary school that you'd sit around and scoot around on in gym?
Yes.
We used those. The principal, because, you have to remember, rural Kansas. We're small farm schools. The principal built boxes about so high that fit over the scooters, and we used old choir robes backwards because in the play, the munchkins are blue. In the stage production, the munchkins are blue. So we used blue choir robes backwards, and they sewed in the extra fabric. And so it was funny to watch
That
us
is
like
funny.
scooting around, on these.
What if
scooters.
they kind of go rogue and they just start like trailing?
Oh, we one of the girls fell off the stage on her scooter.
Oh,
We
See,
all
I would
laughed.
be scared of those because I remember elementary school and I know exactly what you're talking about because they would bust my fingers. I'd be
Yeah.
like rolling and holding and then you'd like trip and it would
Yep.
like stud your
Snap
whole
your fingers,
hand.
yep.
Did you guys
Yeah.
ever put like the mats, like the gymnastic mats on them and play dodgeball?
Yes.
No.
Oh my god, it was like so
Yes.
dodgeball. Like you had a team, and so
Oh,
like
yeah.
one person was pushing you, and then 3 people were on it. So there were like 4 of them, and you were throwing dodgeballs at other people. It was like
Yep.
Listen,
yeah.
I was a typical theater choir kid. Like, I'll never forget my first and only interaction with sports. I was like, oh, I'm going to play flag football with the boys. So we went out and we're playing flag football. And all of a sudden, I get like intrigued by this butterfly that's flying by. And I'm like, oh my God, there's a butterfly. And out of nowhere, the football goes right into my throat and I fall over.
oh.
And the PE teacher was like, what happened? You were looking up at the air at it. I was like, I was looking at a butterfly.
That's so funny.
Well, in theory, maybe.
So that was like my first real interaction with sports. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to stick to theater.
Like, I'm done.
so funny.
So you were talking about how you would watch your mom put makeup on. My son, he doesn't stay in the whole time because he's getting ready for school, but he'll come in and he'll watch me put makeup on. And then he'll ask me to put it on him. He's like, can you do this kind of look? And I'm like, the looks you're asking for requires like face paint. I don't have face paint. But sure, if you want me to do your makeup, I can do makeup for you.
Aw, that's so cute.
He's 13, so he's super excited about all the new experiences he's experiencing, including the whole facial hair thing. And I'm like, please stop. You don't need that yet. He's like, can I shave it? I'm growing it out. I'm growing it out. I'm like, that's peach fuzz, man. It's just turning colors. It's just not white anymore, or blonde anymore. It's starting to turn brown. Let's see.
Then deodorant. They need lots of deodorant.
I gave him a stick today. I don't know how I had it, but I had some Axe deodorant in my drawer along with like all the, I think I had gotten it once because nothing was working at the time. And I was like, maybe men's will work. And I got it and I hated it. What is your favorite bounding outfit you've done?
That I've done?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is a difficult one. I mean, I always go back to my all-time favorite, which is actually a Dapper bound that I've done, and that was of my power line for Dapper Day. It was, 2 years ago already now. So I did power line for Disney Dapper Day, which is an unofficial, meetup at the parks where you get in your finest, but most people Disney bound in their formal wear, and I bought a bright yellow suit, and I paired it with a ruffle black shirt. I added a orange tie ascot. I wore some glasses that had little lightning bolts on it, and I almost did a duck butt hairstyle, very 50s, and I did a little curl, and I was 50s Powerline, and on the back I attached the Powerline logo with black sequin. And it was fun. It was exciting. I was nervous walking into the park. I was like, I don't think people are really going to understand who it was, who I am. And then as soon as I got in, people loved it. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, it's being well received. That was a win for me. So that's always one of my favorites. And outside of that, I don't know. I don't know. I love doing Disney bounding. Adding a little bit of magic to an outfit is really cool, especially when people are Disney people and they're like, "Oh my God, I know what you're doing there." That's the exciting part.
Yeah, I think there would be more people that know what you're doing than that wouldn't at the parks.
Mm-hmm.
So this ties into it, and everyone can answer this one. What bounding outfit would you want to do? No boundaries. No rules to it. I know Disney has rules, no masks, no face, different things. So all things aside, what bounding outfit would you guys like to do?
Should our guest go first?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm like sitting here. Who's going?
Jasem, did you want to go, or are you still thinking?
No, I'm still thinking. You can go ahead.
Silence. Awkward silence. Awkward silence.
I mean, I'll just share one. I think I shared this like a week or so ago when we were kind of talking a little bit about this, but I have bounded as Jacques from, Cinderella, and I did the Cinderella outfit, the gown for the boo ball, but I really want to do Cinderella's rags outfit. But like, I don't think I'd go like, I don't think I have anything like over the top or out of the Disney rules that I would really care about applying or whatever. I just think it would be fun to do.
That would be really pretty.
Yeah.
Lena, go ahead. I think the chat's frozen on my end, so I'm going to mute myself so I can open another window.
Okay. Mine would probably have to be Belle, just because maybe if I Disney bound as her, maybe I'll end up with that library. So, fingers crossed. But yeah, I'd probably Disney bound as Belle.
Which Belle, though?
Oh,
yeah. Animated. I not a fan of
what dress.
But which dress? Because she has like 4 outfits. That's the cool thing about that.
Well, I would probably do each one because I really like the Christmas dress. It's really pretty and really elegant.
It's my favorite. She's so pretty.
And if you go to Disney during Festival of the Holidays, you actually get to meet her at Epcot in her holiday dress instead of her regular dress. And
in the parade, they started implementing her in her
holiday
enchanted holiday dress.
Oh,
yes.
Nice.
I waited in line for an hour and a half for that particular outfit.
Oh, wow.
Sami, you're next.
So I have, it wasn't like, I guess it's Disney bounding, just not at Disney. I've been to Comic-Con and I dressed up as Belle in her blue dress already because I think that she's the princess I look the most like. So I want to do her again. I would either do Ellie, like in her balloon outfit.
Oh my God.
Or like Yzma or something.
Ooh, yes. Please do that.
I think my answer is every time this question's asked by anybody, but I right now totally feeling Black Widow if I was thin enough.
You're like this big.
I know.
No,
It's a pencil.
me and you are about the same size. I think I'm a little bit bigger than you.
It doesn't matter.
I'm the biggest.
You're beautiful.
So
Everyone can rock whatever they want. You just have to do it with confidence. I've had to learn that because I've had like the worst self-image. That's just another story for another day. But anyway, like it really comes down to just being confident and showcasing what you love. Like do it. If you love it, do it, do it, do it. As long as you find pieces that look good on you, that's really what it comes down to. You can rock a Black Widow, especially you. Do it with the makeup.
I don't know about the bodysuit though. The bodysuit.
Girl, it's called get a little cute underbust corset to just.
Oh yeah, no.
Shape.
I have some of those.
I love that I do. Like you have so much confidence, Jasem. Like
you do.
Like you, Rowan, Nick.
Like you just mail me some.
Jesse, like you all have so much confidence, and I'm just like, okay, I need this inner confidence. So I can like, because I know that my body could be worse and my body's never going to be the way I imagine it to be and all of this stuff. And I'm trying to like work through that. But there are just some days where I'm like, why are you there? Can you just like go away a little bit and then we'll be fine. And I just like, I'm trying to work on my confidence all in general, like not even just like body confidence, but like the way I look or the way I speak. Like I know we were just joking about it, but like all of this stuff, I'm trying to embrace me more. And like I seriously look up to like all of you guys because you just flare this confidence. And I'm like, I just need that. And then if I have that, then I don't care if people like me because I'm always.
It literally comes down to theater. You know how they say fake it till you make it? That's what I've been doing most of the time. Like most people who know me personally have met me and we've had like very intimate conversations. They know I'm not the most confident person. I second guess myself. I consistently think about what other people think of me. And it's bad, but I'm starting to realize, I think with age too, I'm just like, YOLO, like this is me. You like it, cool. You don't. That's fine.
That's my biggest problem is I'm always like, are they going to like me, or am I being too annoying? Am I this or am I that, or I shouldn't have said that? And I find more when I am more myself, like more people are like, oh my God, Sammy, you're so funny or something like that. I'm like, really? Me?
Yeah. We love you, Sammy.
We do.
I'm not fishing for compliments.
Everyone's like, oh.
Stop. I'm going to like hide behind myself. That's all I have.
I'll say it took me a long time to get the confidence to be able to be like, okay, I'm just going to come on screen with no makeup and do it on screen.
That's
no makeup.
Oh.
That was funny.
That was cute.
That was so cute too.
That was so perfect.
It was perfect. It was like I almost did it myself. It was so funny. I was making a reel earlier today. Well, I was making videos to put in a reel earlier today, and I had this pair of ears on, and they're magnetic, and I literally just knocked it right off. I was like, what the crap? I kind of want to leave it in the reel.
No, that's
you should.
So funny. Like that is really funny. That's what I did with one of my TikToks. It just like auto edited, and it was all of my mistakes. Like if any of you follow me on TikTok, it literally was me dropping, putting the sticker on a cup, and just me rubbing off the smudge mark on there. And I'm like, oh, of course TikTok will be like, let's showcase this. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to share it because this is real life. Nobody's perfect.
I've noticed the more perfect I've tried to be, the less people were interested. The more candid and like sporadic you are. If you make a mess up, just leave it in. Like that's what people really enjoy. They like feeling like they can actually understand who you are and like feel like you're a great close friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't talk.
You can't talk?
Yeah, I can't talk in half of my videos. I'll be bleh.
Oh, me too.
That's okay. That's okay. You know, I'm the same way. Like, I just get tongue-tied because I talk too fast.
Oh.
So I've had to, like, slow it down.
It's a theater thing.
Exactly. I'm just like, you gotta get it all out. But if you get tongue-tied, I think the funniest thing is literally look, I just got tongue-tied. It's like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, and then zoom in. Like, that's funny. That's gold for me. And then zoom back out and be like, I was actually trying to say.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know how to do that zoom effect. I
don't either.
I just repeat it because I
edit everything on this
first. Then nobody else can make fun of me. But I ordered a large fly today at McDonald's. So I was like, can I get a large fly? I mean fry.
Did you dip your fries into it?
To the fly?
Did you dip your fries into it? You said you got fries in it and flurry, right? Like, is that what you said, or did I understand?
I don't think
you?
no.
I said,
I was like, I don't even know.
I didn't hear half of it.
I was getting a McFlurry though. It's like you were in my car with me. But I said I ordered a large fly. Like
instead of fry, she ordered a fly.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said McFlurry and fries. See, I couldn't even understand what you were saying. Good grief.
So how was your deep fried fly there, Sami?
My fries in a fly? What?
Extra protein.
What was that book? The grandma, the old lady that ate the fly and then she ate the whatever.
That the lady who lived in a shoe?
Fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die.
Yes.
There was a lady who swallowed a fly. Yeah, it's like it goes on and on and on. She like swallows a horse and a cow.
Yeah. And then she swallow like
this lady's gonna have some bowel problems. That's all we know.
I'll be cooking that day.
So is there one cosmetic item you cannot without?
Cannot what?
Live without. I feel like most recent, it's got to be like a brow gel for me personally. Just something that lays these little caterpillars down.
I pull mine up because my eyebrows are so small, and I draw them bigger sometimes. For me, it's actually chapstick.
I have
That's a good
chaps everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I hate chap lips.
Me too. So if you can ride only one ride in each park, what would it be? And everyone can answer it.
Who's going first?
You are.
You.
Our
Okay.
guest, our most important special guest.
Guest. Okay. Let's see. Magic Kingdom, People Mover. Animal Kingdom. Oh, this one's the hard one for me. Animal Kingdom's my bae. And I have like 3 that are just like all the same. I love Flight of Passage, Kilimanjaro Safari, and Expedition Everest. I feel like Flight of Passage is like just a teensy bit higher than the rest. In Epcot, I'm gonna say Living with the Land. Oh my god, I sound like an old man.
I like it.
Like Living with the Land, and I like people movers. And then in Hollywood Studios, it's gonna be the new ride, Rise of Resistance, just because it's incredible. It's amazing, and I'm not a Star Wars person at all. I've seen like 1 movie, and I don't really care to see any of the other movies. I don't know any of the characters. Like when I met Kylo Ren, my friends were making fun of me because I was like, "Who's this black ninja?" And they were like, "What?" And I'm like, "It's like a black ninja. Who's this guy?"
Rowan didn't disown you in that.
I know. I never told Rowan this because I know she'll freak out. But I guess now she's gonna
You're
find.
about to disown.
I'm waiting to see her and Brittany's comments come up here, but
Hey, I know who Mando is. Okay, so I got a little saving grace.
Oh,
there.
you have to know who Mando is with them. And it's so
Oh,
funny.
how dare you, Jasem?
When we had Brittany on here and she was using the actor's name for Mando,
Oh,
I
Pedro
totally-
Pascal.
Pedro. Yeah, Pedro.
I thought they were talking about WandaVision because I was like totally off base. I was like, oh crap, I did not realize that.
I just like the way they say his name, Pedro.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro. It's like it makes me think of the Lizzie McGuire movie when she's like Pablo.
Sing to me, Paolo.
Right, Sammy,
That's how I hear
you-
Rowan.
you've been to the Disneyland parks, right?
I've been to nothing.
Man, she's
you
never
were
been
to
to
the parks.
Nothing.
How am I just finding this out? You've never been to any?
You watch my videos?
You? I watch you make stuff. You make it look easy.
Yeah, she does. Okay, so what rides are you most excited about? One from each
Toy
park.
Story
You
Mania.
probably don't even know what parks they're in, but
I'm just gonna name rides and I hope they're in the right parks.
okay.
Toy Story Mania.
Okay.
Ooh.
The one with all the smells that you
Uh,
remember traveling.
Soarin'?
In the
That one, Soarin'.
Soren.
The Rise of Resistance.
Okay.
I need 2 more parks, right?
One more.
One
Oh,
more.
I want to go on the cruise.
Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise.
Good job. One from each park.
Yeah, great.
Joe.
So this is a video for Sami when she comes to Walt Disney World. We're going 4 days, 4 parks, and every park we're gonna start at the ride that she mentioned.
There you go.
That'd be so fun.
We're gonna go to Allie because I know Allie hasn't been to Walt Disney World. Do you want to name your goal ones, or do you want to name your favorite ones from? Or you do both. Favorite ones from Disneyland and what you're excited about at Walt Disney World.
Okay, well, if I have to only pick one from each park, the number 1 ride I have to go on at Disneyland is Indiana Jones. That's the
Oh,
number
it's
1.
so good.
Number 1. And then at the California park, it's Radiator Springs Racers. I love that ride. Yay, Jasem
My
knows.
favorite. I literally want to go back just because I miss that ride so much.
Oh, I know. It's such a good one.
Fun fact, the Indiana Jones ride is the same exact track and layout for the dinosaur ride that we have at Animal Kingdom.
I have heard that. And I've seen the vlogs, and I can kind of tell, like, with some of the movements, I'm like, oh yeah, that's from Indy right there.
But it doesn't feel like it at all.
But you know what? That doesn't surprise me because it's like how they used old animations in like different movies and stuff. So that doesn't surprise me that they would incorporate that somehow into the parks because they're like, well, if it's not broken, why fix it?
Well, the
Disney,
Cars
they're
ride,
notorious for recycling everything. Oh, we're done with this parade. Ship it off to China.
the Cars ride in California is
Radiator
the same track system as Test Track, but they look totally different, and the Cars looks way much more fun than Test Track does.
You mean like the system?
Yeah, it's a system. It's not the same layout, but it's the same system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the layout's different. Well, I think it's different, but I would have to go and look at that. I don't remember it being the same, but
yeah.
I wish they would redo Test Track. Low key, that's not.
Yeah.
Theming.
It breaks down all the time.
It's fun. I just think the theming needs to be changed.
Yeah. Do you have wish list ones at Walt Disney World?
Well, for sure at Epcot. Wait, is it Epcot? No, wait. Now I'm getting mixed up on my parks. No, it's the Hollywood Studios is where Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is, right? Yeah, that's. I want to go on that one for sure. And then let's see. So at the Magic, I'm trying to think of a ride that's at the Magic Kingdom that they don't have in California. I'd want to ride something there that's not in California.
Tron, it's not open yet, but it will be in the next year or so.
Well, even if you do choose a ride that they have there, they're both very different.
That's what I've heard.
Yes. So anything there, I'm open to. And then when Ratatouille opens, that's going to be at Epcot, right?
Yes.
That's going to be on my list.
So you have Animal Kingdom left. Animal Kingdom has the dinosaur ride that's like Indiana Jones. The roller coaster that goes
Pandora. They have Expedition Everest. They have the Safari.
So here's the thing. I don't like simulator rides, but I think I would want to try to go on the Pandora. Is it the Pandora
Flight of Passage?
Yeah. Just because that looks fun. Everyone that's ridden it,
do you get sick with like motion sickness or?
I did last time I tried one of those rides, and it's been a number of years. Maybe if I took some Dramamine, it would help, but I haven't been on a simulator ride. Okay. You want to know? Jocelyn, you may know this. If you did you ever go to Universal Studios in Hollywood, California?
When I was younger, yes.
Do you remember the Back to the Future ride that was there?
Oh, yeah, because we had it here. That one gets me.
I got super sick. Not anything that came out, but I was horribly dizzy and ill for like the rest of the day.
Yeah, I will tell you this. Those rides are super duper intense compared to these ones. You'll be completely fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because they still have that area, but they've transformed it into the Simpsons ride, and I still can't do that because I just get really nauseous, and I'm a person who's at the parks probably 3 times a week, and I'm used to like being flipped and turned. Oh my god, I'm used to like being on roller coasters and all this kind of craziness. So for me, that one still gets me.
Okay, yeah.
Flight of Passage does make me sick, but
it's like Soarin'.
Yeah, it is. It's just like 3D. It's only made me throw up once, and I was already off the ride and actually ate something right after I got off the ride. So I think it was eating something right after I got off the ride that made me sick.
That's like my biggest fear.
Yes, Lena, what about you?
Yeah. Okay, so Hollywood Studios would have to be Toy Story Mania. Epcot is 3-way tie between Living with the Land, Soarin', and Test Track. And Magic Kingdom would be Haunted Mansion.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't do Animal Kingdom.
Oh, okay. For me,
it's my least favorite. I can go to the zoo here.
It's so different, I promise.
It is different.
I will say I hate Animal Kingdom.
Really?
I do not like it. It's one that I would honestly be like, you can skip it and you'd be fine.
I want to see the Tree of Life.
It's so
gorgeous. Pretty. I will say, out of all of them, besides Magic Kingdom being this girl, besides Magic Kingdom being nostalgic, like Animal Kingdom is probably the most picturesque, very beautiful. Like, I don't know, I find so much beauty in it.
Yeah.
Go watch the Tough to Be a Bug show, Sammy. Go watch it. It'll be great. It'll be fun.
It's so cute.
It is
Yeah.
cute.
What?
It's cute. It's
I
It's
feel
tough
like
to
great.
be
you need to go watch something disgusting. Like you're tricked.
It's
Right.
so cute though. It really is. It's not disgusting.
Sammy,
it's
I'll
cute.
go with you. I'll show you Animal Kingdom like no one's showed you Animal Kingdom before.
Okay.
It's a whole bunch of animals.
That's the one thing I miss about how they shut down Bugs Land in California is that we used to have that. It's tough to be a bug. It's a cute attraction, but no more.
So for me, I really like smells. I'm all about like the things that smell as long as they smell good. So mine would be Magic Kingdom Pirates. Hollywood Studios is Tower of Terror, even though it really doesn't have a smell except for in the lobby. Epcot is Soarin'. And then even though Flight of Passage makes me nauseous, I still really love the smell on that ride. So that one.
You can get candles for all of those.
I have candles for all those. I had one burning yesterday.
If you're really a smell person, I fell in love with smells too, and I found candles for it.
Mm-hmm. I have those candles. I buy them all the time. I do reviews on them.
Yeah.
I have one last question, but I was going to see if anyone else had a question.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, Jasem's got a
We're
question.
getting turned.
First,
The
I want to
true
know if Jasem
table.
did get the new Lizzie McGuire palette set.
Oh, I didn't buy it because I'm trying to like be better with my money, even though my instinct was to be like, buy it all. But I've told myself I have other stuff from ColourPop and other brands that I purchased that I haven't even reviewed yet. So I'm like, I really can't justify buying something else for reviewing purposes when I haven't reviewed other things. So I'm like, let me get through those first. And then if it's still available, I'll buy certain pieces to it. Because I just have the instinct to buy everything in total. And then I'm like, well, did I really need 2 blushes and like 5 lipsticks and 1 palette? No, because I don't wear makeup all the time. I just do it for photos and videos, and that's it.
I think me and you have the same problem. Buying
Yeah.
everything.
And then I
Instinct.
send Christy sales.
Instinct, right? So my question for you guys is, all expenses paid, which Disney resort would be your go-to, like most top priority to visit?
Tokyo.
Wow, she got that one out quick.
What did you
What
say?
resort? I'm talking about like hotel.
Tokyo Resort. I don't know. There's a hotel there, isn't it? The Tokyo Resort Hotel.
They have a Toy Story one. They have, what's the other one?
I don't know. I want the most expensive one. If I'm going, if
Okay.
that's an option, why
It's
would
like, hi, can I please book the most expensive one?
Okay.
She's traveling his dream.
I want that one.
Okay,
I
perfect.
still want some
What about you?
cow in Tokyo.
I have a story for you. This scenario has already happened to me.
Oh.
All expenses paid. I didn't have to pay for parking. I didn't have to pay for the room. I didn't have to pay for the park. All I had to pay for was my own food. And I didn't have to pay for gas to get down there or Starbucks because my mom paid for that with her card that I had. And I picked Grand Floridian, and we got a Castle View room.
Beautiful.
So if I had to pick a different one, I think I would pick the Polynesian, like
What are the
Bungalows?
the bungalows.
The ones that are like right jutting out onto the water.
Yeah,
They're like little apartments. They're gorgeous.
they are.
I would actually pick the Contemporary because of their original concept for the hotel. The fact that they wanted to be able to pull each of the rooms out individually to be able to redo the furniture in them, but then they couldn't because you're in Florida, it's swampland, and the hotel has settled, so they can't. But I think that would be because that concept of just all of a sudden you're watching a crane remove a room. I mean, would that not have been insane to watch? That
For sure.
just for that fact alone, I would say the Contemporary.
Yeah. I guess I'll go since no one else is jumping in. I would say I have two. So one in California, one in Florida. So my California one is going to be the Grand Californian, hands down. And then in Florida, it's going to be Beach Club.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mhm.
Sorry, I actually went to college for hospitality management, so my secondary passion is like hotels and tourism and travel. So I was like, ooh, I want to know where these people would stay and why.
Awesome. I started to go to school for that, and then I changed it, and
Oh.
then I stopped going to school in general. But
Yeah, so before I jumped into this world of makeup, I actually worked for over 10 years in the hospitality industry. I've been a spa director, a hotel front desk manager, guest service manager. So like I've had my fair share of like working around. And surprisingly, 2 years ago, actually 3 years ago now, before I transitioned to beauty, I was contemplating on actually trying to move into the Walt Disney World company. Like that would be a dream for me to work their hospitality, or my dream is Fairy Tale Dream Wedding. So maybe, who knows, when things open back up, I can go into it.
do you think you'd ever be a travel agent?
A what?
A travel agent, since you like hospitality stuff?
I've considered it, but I definitely would want to work like for the company. For me, it's all about like stability, sturdiness, and like a company that I know I can grow in.
Mm-hmm.
That's always been my
Travel
biggest.
agents work on commission.
I know, and that's the thing I've heard. Like a lot of close friends that do that, they're like, you already know the ins and outs. You have a way of talking to people about it and getting them excited. You could definitely do it. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. I second guess myself on everything. So
your paycheck is so dependent on how many trips you've booked that month that don't cancel.
Yeah.
So, and then your agency gets paid, and then you get a portion of that initial commission. So you're not even getting the full commission. So
things to think about.
I'm like, can I just be a tour guide when they come here? I'm like, I set us up lunch at Cinderella's Castle at 3, and we're going over here because we got to check out the people mover at 2:30.
Be my tour guide.
People actually hire people to do that. They hire people with annual passes to do that.
Yeah, but I know that's kind of like frowned upon in Disney because like if you want the full experience, you got to do the tour guide like the Plaid. That's totally worth it. It's expensive, but it's very well worth it. Like you get so much more than an annual pass holder could give, I think, in my opinion.
So I thought I would add this little tidbit because I just thought of it, and I don't know why I have never mentioned it. I didn't even mention it in my review, but the sections at Grand Floridian, each section has their own lobby when you go in, and we stayed in Conquy. And each lobby smells different too. Ours smelled like baby powder. So they all like smell different.
And I'm not like coconut.
I don't know. But ours is, I don't know why it does. Did anyone have any other questions? Because I just have one more.
Rowan wanted to know who your favorite Dapper Diva was, Jasem.
No.
Oh, that's an easy one. It's me.
I don't know if she's still there, but that was pretty funny.
He's like, I know it's not going to be me.
So the last question is one where I said I might ask you, is there any new merch in the park, like right now, brand new merch that you can only get in the park that you just love and really, really want?
I haven't seen anything brand new. There's a few things that have kind of popped up recently. I try not to jump on those fads because, again, I'm bad with my money. I'll be like, I need it, bye. And then knowing in the back of my mind that I have an annual pass and I get 20% off, I'm like, even better. I'm saving when I'm not saving because I'm just spending. I like the Disney dogs and the Disney cats collection. I think it's adorable. I'm a cat person. Like, I love kitties. And so those are super duper cute. Except my only gripe is they made a cat mom shirt. And I'm like, what about the cat dads? Like, why can't it say cat dad and have all the cats? Like, that would be cute.
I'll make you a cat dad shirt, Jasem.
I was about to say.
There you go.
I'm a cool cat
Make you a
dad.
cat dad
I'm a cool cat dad. There you go.
And then they had like I don't think it's called Kingdom of Cute. That's the pin series, but there's like a Disney Cute home decor that just came
Yes.
out. And it has like little miniature versions of like the castle and the Jungle Cruise, but like it's super cute. They have like a tray I saw and some like serving dishes. I don't know. I love all that stuff.
Nice.
And the makeup, of course, that just came out for like Lena said, the Lizzie McGuire. And then there's some other stuff that came out. So yeah. But that's not exclusive.
No, Christina, I did not see the tie-dye ears. And you know I love tie-dye. Actually, the shirt I took off earlier is tie-dye.
Oh, Christina also asked if I've had the plaid experience. No, I haven't, unfortunately. But I know a lot of people who actually work in guest services and who are official Disney like VIP tour guides, and it's cool to hear like different experiences and stuff. Of course, I feel like it would be something completely new to experience it yourself. And then of course, my friend Erica like gave me the whole inside dish when she did it for her Disneyland. So that was pretty cool.
I don't know why I thought this, but I thought the plaid experience, like the plaid, when I always thought that they walked around with the celebrities. I didn't know they did the tours too.
They did the tours too.
Yeah.
That they do.
Jeffrey wants to know what your favorite park is, but I think you did mention that earlier.
It changes. I feel like if I just want to relax and hang out with friends, it's definitely Epcot. Epcot's like my go-to. Most of the time pre-COVID, they would always have like some kind of experience that you can enjoy, like music, whether it's Voices of Liberties or one of the concert series that happens to go on in the American Pavilion. All of the festivals provide for some amazing food, so that's always great. There's great drink. Just the ambiance is very chill, zen, and I like the idea of walking around a lake. Like it usually keeps it cooler here in Florida, where it's always hot. If I'm looking for a little bit more thrilling rides, then of course Animal Kingdom. It's my go-to. It's very picturesque. I can take some amazing photos there. And then, of course, Magic Kingdom, super nostalgic. So if I'm going with people for the first time, you have to take them to Magic.
Yeah. What about everyone else? Your favorite parks? I know Sami doesn't really know, but Alicia will have one in Disneyland or Disney or California, because there's two parks, California Adventure and Disneyland.
Because it has all the food.
Disneyland, the original Disneyland, is going to be my favorite between the two. I mean, I've only been to the California park and the Disneyland across this little quad. They're both really nice, but Disneyland's got the heart, got my heart. That's Walt all the way. So,
what about you, Lena?
Mine would have to be the old Hollywood studios before they broke it. They took out like all of the backstage tours and everything. And, you know, I think honestly, Star Wars could have been like in a whole different park and they could have left my backlot alone. So, and like, don't get me started on the Great Movie Ride because that could be a whole long tangent.
We'll do our own live with that.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that. So yeah, it would have to be the unbroken Hollywood Studios.
The only thing I'll say to that is with Hollywood Studios being a local to Orlando and like seeing the evolution of it, love the idea that they're creating it to be a full day park. That's amazing. But I feel like they've completely taken it from the initial concept of like something that celebrates movies and music and like Hollywood and turned it to something else. And feel like Lena said, like losing the backlot tour, losing the Great Movie Ride, like those were key things that made it feel like Hollywood Studios besides Hollywood Boulevard. But that's, again, another story for another live.
I don't know if you, but I think my favorite park is going to be Epcot because it's where all the food is, and I love all the different countries. So.
Yay!
It's definitely mine. Epcot is my favorite park, probably because of nostalgia. The first time I went to Disney, that's the only park I went to.
I have another question.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to.
We're 20 minutes over, but we're fine.
Okay, I'm like, I don't know if you guys cut this out, but anyway. My question is, what's your favorite nighttime spectacular?
What? Like show? Is that a show?
Yes, sorry, show.
You would probably like the tree of life lighting up, Sammy. I would take you for someone that would like the tree of life.
I like Christmas. But I also feel like I'm gonna love the fireworks show because I'm gonna be crying like a baby, like I always am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've only seen. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Lena.
My favorite was actually the Main Street Electrical Parade. We actually had a fast pass for it, and so we got to be right there at the hub, right there at the flagpole, and it was awesome. That was prior to me, knowing what the YouTube being a YouTuber was thing.
I have only seen the fireworks show at Disneyland and any parade that's at nighttime. And to me, they're both equally joyful and fulfilling. So anything at night is great for me.
Mm-hmm.
I
really like the Boo to You parade is my favorite. But if we're not doing the Boo to You parade, then it has to be Happily Ever After for me.
Yeah.
So Christina had the statement that's on the screen that the celebrities get the red shirt or the plaid shirts for free, but guests pay $500 an hour for 7 hours minimum. That's insane. But she also had a question for you, and the voices. They're like she's obsessed with them. I don't even know that.
Yes, so Voctive is a secondary group that is comprised of a lot of people who actually perform with Voices of Liberty. And I think if I'm correct, they're the ones who are performing right now in Epcot, because they're not allowed to do Voices of Liberty because that used to be in the rotunda of the American Adventure Pavilion at Epcot, but because of obviously COVID and social distancing, they are performing on the live stage up front, and they do have social distancing markers on all the benches. So there's still a little bit of entertainment. It's not as inclusive as it once was, because you used to be able to pop into different pavilions and see different things, but now they have it all on the stage and at different time frames with different seating accommodations. So yes, I have heard of Octave, and I actually knew a few people who went to high school with me that are in that. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Josh says that his favorite spectacular, or nighttime spectacular, is Star Wars: A Galactic Spectacular.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
That one's the one that's over close to the Chinese theater, right?
Exactly.
I've seen it in passing a couple of times, but I've never seen Phantasmic or there's another one I've never seen. I'm not sure.
You've never seen it on YouTube? Am I the only weirdo that like watches the?
No, I watch those on YouTube, but in person I haven't.
I don't watch it on YouTube because I don't want to be spoiled.
Oh, trust me, honey, you won't be spoiled. You're gonna see it, you're gonna love it, and then when you see it in person, you're gonna cry because it's
yeah.
I'm gonna cry walking in there.
Huh?
Like when I get to the parks, I'm gonna be crying. Like I'm gonna be.
Oh,
yeah,
you will.
Falls out.
Well, now that you go ahead, Lena. Were you saying something?
The show that I wish I'd gotten to see only happened during Star Wars weekends, and it was the Hyperspace Hoopla. I've seen it on YouTube, and the two people that hosted it were hilarious. Like really similar to the historians for the Frozen show. I'm pretty sure that they moved into the Frozen show for a while. It was hilarious. Like you have to just YouTube Hyperspace Hoopla, and Chewie's like break dancing and stuff. It's hilarious.
I feel like that's a big missed opportunity right now, especially with the addition of like the whole Galaxy's Edge to Hollywood studios. I don't know why they haven't done Star Wars weekend in many years. So I feel like that would be a great addition to bring back, because there's so much more room, there's so much more space. They have so many stages in Batuu, so they could totally do that. And again, I'm not a Star Wars person, but it was really cool to experience.
And it would give like the dads that don't want to go see Mickey, but they want to go see Star Wars.
Yeah.
I really liked all the 5Ks or the runs that they do. I've done the virtual ones, but my goal is to do one of the runs and do like all the runs that they have that weekend and be
Go for
dead by the end.
Go for Dopey then.
Well, I was going to go.
She's banned from traveling without family.
Yeah, I am banned from traveling without family for a little while.
Apparently, Christina.
So when I was taking my sister to Disney, we were going to go in February and we were going to do the run then. And we were staying for 10 days because we wanted to do the run, and then they canceled the run. So we were still going to go in February, and then she was like, the parks looked empty. Why don't we just move it up? So we moved it up to October and actually saved like $1,200. More than that. It was a lot. We saved a lot. And then we ended up being able to go back in December. So that's kind of why I'm banned from traveling without families. I always took one long trip and one short trip. And it was a very long trip without family. So I'm banned from traveling without family for now.
I'd even offered her to pay half of going on a cruise for work and couldn't go with me.
Totally banned. Well, I mean, if it were a completely free trip, I'm sure he'd be okay with it. But if I have to pay anything, I'm banned because their next trip needs to be a family trip and I need to help pay for it.
Have any of you been on the Disney cruise?
I haven't done.
Oh,
next year will be my first.
I can't wait for them to come back. I've been wanting to do that.
Fingers crossed, I have a cruise over New Year's Eve, and I just booked my hair appointment on the Mardi Gras.
Ooh.
She hasn't even had her inaugural sailing yet. I'm getting nervous. I've seen Titanic too much for inaugural sailings.
Oh, God.
You were telling me about that, and I was like,
It's okay. At least you know you just find the closest door.
And get in a lifeboat.
And now they have so much more technology to predict stuff that they didn't have back then, so you should be fine.
For sure. And if it makes you feel better, like when we went on the Disney cruise, that was my first cruise that I ever went on. Like the first 30 minutes after you've like sat down, went to your room, put your stuff away, and everyone got on board, like they actually call everyone out to the my mind is going blank right now.
Muster drill?
The what?
The muster drill?
Yeah, it's basically like a drill just in case anything happened, but like they call you out on deck. That's the word.
The decks, yeah.
Deck. And everyone has to like go to these assigned spots and they teach you like, you know, this is the boat, this is how you get in. I was like, this is really cool. It made you feel confident.
I really want to go on a cruise, like really, really bad, but then I also get scared because I sleepwalk and I feel like I'm going to have like an Anastasia moment.
No, I was just thinking that when you said that. I'm like, not Anastasia.
Yeah. So like I'm like I want to go, but I feel like I need to make sure that I'm with somebody.
Just lock your door. You'll be fine.
Well, I don't know. I had a scary sleepwalking moment. So
This has been fun. We've gone an hour and a half. Oh my gosh, we've gone an hour and a half. So we're going to, unless anyone has any more questions, including Jasem, questions.
I know Jasem got all the questions.
I know.
I do have more questions, but I'm not going to bother with that.
No, you can. Go ahead. We pummeled you
No,
with
I'm
questions.
good.
You can ask questions.
Now the pressure's on. No, my mind went.
You're the first one that's ever asked us questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like to be a trendsetter. Favorite princess? Go.
Cinderella.
Hell,
I said that already.
Both of
That's
you.
okay.
I
Everyone,
I already
we can
claimed
share.
her.
And we know Christy's not a princess person.
I
so-
am not a princess person.
Well,
At
you're going
all.
to tell me who's your favorite.
I'm gonna have to go with Moana.
Wait, why aren't you a princess person?
I don't know. I didn't grow up watching the movies. I never really got into it, and I just don't really know. I will say though, for not being a princess person, I have a heck ton of princess ears.
I know. I was gonna say I'm like for not being a princess person.
I mean, I got-
ears right now.
I
They're
got
like
one of the
this
hottest.
elaborate.
I've got these.
Yeah.
That's Tiana, right? The green.
Those are beautiful. Yeah.
I got Cinderella. I've got Rapunzel.
I love Rapunzel too.
Christina.
I love
I
Rapunzel.
have 3 pairs of Rapunzel ears, so maybe Rapunzel. I don't
So you
know.
like Moana? You said.
I do. I really love Moana.
Did you see the new movie Raya and the Last Dragon?
I want to see.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't either. But Syria, when I saw her in Disney, she was telling me that if I like Moana, then I'm really gonna love Raya. So I feel like if you like Moana, you're probably gonna love Raya too.
That's what I've heard about it too. Is that like if you like Moana, you're gonna love Raya. I want to see it. I heard it's really, really good.
Oh my gosh. Christina's
cracking me up, man.
I'm dying.
I know. I was like, they were just so beautiful because like green is my favorite color.
That's a stunning set of ears. Yeah.
Green's just my favorite color, and actually this like forest green right here, along with this seafoam green right here, my two favorite colors. And I was like, I have to have those ears. I just have to. I was like, I don't even know what princess it is. And the side is beautiful. Like it's got this little. It's in like right there. It's just beautiful. I don't know. No.
It's just beautiful.
It's just beautiful. I don't know why I don't like princesses. I don't. I like things like I love Marvel, so I like Loki and Captain America and Hawkeye.
Okay.
Like,
so are you excited for the Avengers Academy that's going to be put into Disneyland?
I now want to go to Disneyland. I've never really had the urge to want to go, but now I do. But I was just, and I keep watching like all the TV shows that they're putting out. Like, I guess the TV shows.
Did you see the Imagineering story?
I've watched all the Imagineering Marvel stories. Like they keep putting new ones out. I think they just released the Captain America one.
Oh yeah. Well, there's at the end or the Imagineering story, the one on Disney Plus. It's like a series that talks about the Imagineers. So the very last one that they had done, like hints to that landing. And the thing that really like sparked the interest in me to learn more about Marvel and like actually watch all the movies was seeing the animatronic that they were making for Spider-Man. That looks crazy. It's like it's a robot that literally like flies from building to building. It's crazy.
That's cool. I do need to watch that then. But I have watched a lot of the Imagineering stuff. I guess I haven't seen that one though.
Yeah, you have to watch that one.
But yeah, I'm just not really. And it's funny because I have a dress that is totally Rapunzel looking, and then I have a dress that's totally Cinderella looking. But I'm not a princess person, and I do have some ideas with those. I'm going to do something soon with those. I've already taken pictures in them. They're from last spring, but I've got something else I'm doing with them soon. Whenever the rain stops. So, all right. Any more questions? No? We're going to wrap it up. And what we do when we wrap it up is we kind of go round robin, say what we have coming up on the channel. We'll let someone else go first so you can see how it's done. And we'll start with Sami.
Ooh.
Wasn't prepared.
Never prepared. You always do this to me. I just drooled. Sorry.
Good job.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. I mean, you all were going to see it anyways. I have a swap coming up on Sunday called Which Three Will It Be? And Jasem and Christy are both in it. Jasem's box finally came. So exciting. Christina, I got them in my Year of the Ear swap, which I also have coming up in April. And I have Forgotten Favorites that Jasem and Syria created, which I'm loving and glad they're letting me continue to be a part of it.
Thank you.
I'm choking. It's okay. I am in a couple swaps in April. I have a villain swap and a Pixar swap, and now Christy's DIY swap and the Year of the Ear. And then I think that's everything in April. I do Thursday nights with Christy most nights. Most Thursdays. Friday nights I'm here most of the time. I will be hosting my first time on April 30th, and Rawan's going to be my guest, which I need to figure out what we're doing. But so you'll have to come back in a month. We'll come back every week, but come back in a month to see Rawan. And then Sunday afternoons, Crystal and I swapped doing live, so we do something different. And Lena is always invited and always is hanging out. We just kind of forced her to come and hang out with us. And then I also do her craft and chat lives where we do just that. You craft and chat. Anybody, I'm pitching it for you, Lena, but sorry. Anybody's welcomed. You can either craft or you can chat or you can craft and chat. Whichever you just want to do. So if you ever want to be in there, that's that. Oh, and then I have my monthly. I have to get with Irene from Wonderful World of Walter, but we're going to do another another iron craft live. And then I have my shop. Put some magic on it. Go check it out. I think we got it all. I don't know. I am busy, Christina. I am.
Yeah. She is. She's always busy. I'm like, but I tend to be busy, but I think she's busier than me. Okay, Jasem. Now that you know how it's done, your turn.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So tomorrow, my hosted swap goes live at 9 a.m. Walt Disney World time, 6 a.m. Disneyland time. Did I do the math correctly? I think so this time. So I am hosting the Boys of the Kingdom box swap. I'm so excited for this. This has been something that I've been planning since last year during the time of the pandemic, and we all went into quarantine. It's basically the opportunity to celebrate and showcase some amazing Disney content creators who are men. I feel like this community is filled with some incredible Disney women, and I hold them so dear to my heart. They're some amazing friends, but I felt like it was time to kind of celebrate and showcase some of the different guys that are in this community. So I reached out to about 15 different individuals, myself included would be 16, and we have an incredible swap planned for tomorrow. It's going to be so much fun. I love each and every single person inside of this. We have everyone from all over the spectrum. We have people who have like collaborative channels, whether it's with their spouse, their significant other, to people who are individual, to people who live on this side of the globe versus other people who live overseas. So there's a spectrum of people from all over the world, and it's super duper exciting, and I'm very excited for everyone to kind of join in on this fun, and I really hope everyone enjoys it. So you guys have probably seen me teasing the heck out of it this week on Instagram, but that's exciting. And then, like Sami, I'm like booked this whole next month. I got some crazy stuff. I had to quickly jot down on that because I was like, I can't forget things. So also I am in Sami's Which Three Will It Be, which will go up on Sunday. So that's exciting. You guys get double swap box viewing content. So enjoy that. Totally not planned. I'm just kidding.
Well, it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm also in the Jim Shore Jubilee, which is hosted by my friend Nicholas, aka the Disney Mertz. It's an amazing live chat where we talk about all things Jim Shore. And you have the opportunity of winning 2 Jim Shores. So if you're free, definitely join in. Honestly, my mind is like an 80-year-old man, so I can't remember the date. I think it's April 4th, but it's coming up. I'll repost it on my Insta story so you guys can follow along, but it's going to be on his channel. And then my beautiful friend Brittany, the Disney Ginger, is hosting the Once Upon a Loungefly box swap. Now, this is a box swap that I'm excited for because I haven't seen like a full-on Loungefly box swap. So this is really cool. We're celebrating Loungefly and sending so many magical goodies, like whether it be bags or cosmetic toiletry bags or wallets or things or pins or clothes, like whatever it could be, it's all geared to Loungefly. So that's fun, and that's coming up in April. Of course, like Sami said, we have our Forgotten Favorites that myself and Syria host. We wanted to put together a collaboration where it didn't rely on like sending products to people. As fun as that is, it's also not the most cost effective for people. And I also wanted to celebrate like Disney and movies that we tend to forget about. So me and Syria decided to collaborate, and every month At the end of the month, we have a Saturday that all of these creatives come together and just put out a video of whatever their choosing is. It could be a craft, it could be makeup, it could be fashion, it could be you talking about why you love the movie, like whatever it could be, but it's all geared to the same theme. So that's like some fun viewing pleasure for the Disney community. And then last but not least, I have a spring box swap hosted by Josh Goes to Disney. And it's a more intimate swap, but it's going to be like some fun, like spring goodies gifted to one another and Disneyfied. So that's always exciting.
Oh, that's cool.
Alicia?
You have a lot going on too, Jasem.
I know. And then add 40 hours of work and then trying to be a creative and going to Disney. It's just, woe is me. What is this life?
I don't have nearly as much, but tomorrow night I will be on my friend Heather at the Disney Housewives channel. She does her pajama party every month. And so I will be on that at, I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern. And then sometimes at 8 p.m. Eastern, my friend Kaylee, every week she has a Marvel show. Right now she's doing the Winter Soldier and the Falcon show, like a reaction type of thing and just discussing everything. And sometimes I pop on that show. So I could be on there tomorrow night possibly, but sometimes I just pop in whenever. Next week, I may have a movie review. It depends on if I can get it fit into this weekend. And then after that, I have an Easter pin tag that I'm part of. So I think that goes up on Easter Sunday, I believe.
Good.
And then I am not actually in a Year of the Year in April, but I am in May. So eventually I will have a May package to share as well. And that's all I'm going to share for the time being. So
Lena?
I'll start chronologically, otherwise that's gonna bug me. So on Sundays, apparently I'm now on with Crystal and Sami every week, which is fine. Because apparently they love me and don't think I'm weird. So that's at 2 p.m. Walt Disney. My husband just said I'm weird. From the
We're
other
all
room.
weird.
That's at 2 p.m. Walt Disney World time, and this Sunday it should be on Sami's channel. And at 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Walt Disney World time, we have Craft and Chat, and typically it's been lasting like 3 hours. It's been really fun. People just come and hang out, and we make a craft, and we eat. We always are seeing what Sami has had delivered this week for food. Tuesdays and Saturdays are my dedicated upload dates, and anything else is just bonus content. Right now, it is my sponsored trip to Universal Orlando that was sponsored by Universal as part of the Universal Fam Travel Agent Program, because our agency is a You Preferred agency. I got to stay at the Hard Rock on their dime. That was fun.
Nice.
And then Sam is working on all of his Christmas stuff, and we are filming July videos, Christmas and July videos. We're also working on Vlogmas, and we have on Thursday nights I have Magical Makeup with Christy. On Friday is the Spillin the Disney Tea, and my first official host date is the 28th of April, correct?
23rd.
23rd of April.
April 30th.
Okay, yeah, so that makes sense.
23rd.
And it will be Mickey sightings. Sean, Susie, and Becca. They live down in Florida. And then I have like my list of swaps has grown, and it really has to stop. I put a kibosh on signing up for any more unless it's like Sami and Crystal really twist my arm into doing something else. But it's going to be a lot of fun. My first swap that I've hosted is going up on April 3rd. It's a Disney Easter YouTuber swap. And then there will not be a Craft and Chat on Easter, but there will be one on Friday at 8 a.m. and Monday at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., something. It's already preloaded into upcoming lives.
So I guess that's down to me. So originally today was supposed to be a home decor swap that we posted, but we ran into a couple of issues and had to push it out to April 30th. So anyone that was expecting DIYs from me this month, wait till next month.
That sounds exciting.
The swabs. So it was okay. So the idea was it's a DIY. So you're doing a DIY and you're creating a home decor item, and then so your first half of your video is the DIY, and the second half is the swap. So it should be interesting and fun.
Cool.
I post every Monday and Friday, and everything in between is just extra. I usually do a lot of shorts throughout the week. Today's video happened to be Bath and Body Works unboxing, I believe, because I moved the unboxing. I moved this today's to the 30th of April, so I moved the 30th of April to up. Yes, I have stuff scheduled all the way out to June. I'm weird like that. Like already uploaded and scheduled. I'm in the Easter pen tag that Alicia's in. I'm in April, May, June, July, and August. Year of the year. I'm in the mermaid collaboration that Lena invited me to, and somebody else is hosting. I forgot to write down.
Mouse and Mermaid.
Yes, Mouse and Mermaid. I need to write that down. Oh, I did. I just didn't see it. And I do a makeup tutorial for that. So that should be fun. I've got a couple others. I'll just go out to that's May. We'll do that. So I do every Thursday night is Magical Makeup with Christy at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And next week's is called Devilish Deeds because it's April Fool's Day. So you interpret that however you want. You can do devil. You can do 7 deadly sins, however you want to do it. And then, of course, chat every Friday night on rotating channels. And got some unboxings coming up. I think that's it. Oh, no. I do have a giveaway coming up on April 2nd. And then when that one ends, the other one, another giveaway with the brand rep for Welcome to the Simple Life. She made this shirt. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Cute.
We're doing another joint giveaway because we just ended a joint giveaway. We're doing another joint giveaway on April 19th. And that's it. That's all I have. Anyone have anything they want to say for you?
Thank you so much for having me.
But thank you for coming on.
Thank you for coming on. You've been very entertaining. We've been on for almost 2 hours. So everyone in chat, thank you so much for joining and coming to support all of us. And Jasem, if you have not checked him out, please do so. His is the only link in the description that works for some reason because YouTube hates me. But if you scroll all the way up in chat, all the links to all the ladies and Jasem are in the chat. And you could click it there. And I think Katrina has been periodically posting the links in their chat too. So thank you so much for joining. Everyone have a good night. I think Pete McDivitt may be live right now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.